Hey guys, this is me, Mojo and stuff, and today I'm basically going to do an MCU, basically the best order to watch all 23 MCU films, all the one-shots and two of the TV shows, Agent Carter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, because, they connect to the movies quite well. So just those two. That's it. It's just those two. Just those two. And also, all the post-credit scenes. So separating all the post-credit scenes from the actual film, if they take place, in a point after the next film. So, like with Man And The Wasp post-credit scenes, they both take place after Infinity War. So yeah, and also before you carry on, just be beware of spoilers for literally everything. Yeah, so all 7 seasons of, the first 6 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, all of Agent Carter, and every movie and every one shot. So, yeah, you've been warned. So, start off with Captain America: The First Avenger, which it takes place in the early 40s, so 1942 to 45. So this kid, he's not really a kid, is he? He's a guy in his 20s probably. Wants to become a soldier, but he can't because he's too skinny. So he undergoes a super soldier program and becomes muscly. But he's the only soldier because the guy who made the serum gets assassinated, and they can't make it anymore. And he just tries to stop World War II, I guess you could say, and it's a good movie. And yeah, and then obviously he goes into the ice in 1945 and doesn't wake up for another 66 years until 2011. So nearly 70 years basically, and that's it. He had a date which he missed, unfortunately, and that is it. After that, you watch Agent Carter season 1 and 2. So both seasons of Agent Carter. They basically see Peggy Carter on some missions, really. This one shows her against this Leviathan is the villain in this one, her taking on this organization. And this one sees her... Yeah, I can't really remember season 2 that well. It's not nowhere near as good as season 1. Season 1 is the best, by the way. So, yeah, this takes place in 46, and this one 47. After that, we don't leave Agent Carter yet. We go to her one-shot, which can be found on the Iron Man 3 special features and on Disney Plus in the extras of Iron Man 3. So you can go watch it. It's like a 15-minute short film, and it shows her on another mission, and also, introduces you to S.H.I.E.L.D. Not the SSR, the Strategic Scientific Reserve, but S.H.I.E.L.D., which is kind of a plot hole for the first Iron Man, because in this they call it, and Captain Marvel, they call it S.H.I.E.L.D. And whereas in Iron Man, they hadn't come up with it. It was still called the Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division. I know things. I am a nerd, kind of. This takes place in 48. I think I already said that. Then you jump up to 95, which literally is 48 years later, with Captain Marvel. Yeah, I can't really remember this one. I've watched it a lot of times and it's quite forgettable, but whatever. I think she loses her memory and, she has to go on a journey of self-discovery with her friends and fight the evil Skrulls, who are actually good guys. And yeah, and then there's a cat and young Samuel Jackson and Phil Coulson along the way. We get introduced to them. Actually, wait, Nick Fury was introduced in the first Avenger, so, you get a bit of insight into his character, shall we say. So yes, and you don't watch the first post-credit scene, just skip all the way to the next post-credit scene where you see how Nick Fury got the Tesseract, basically. Goose spits it out. Goose, that's the name of the cat. I remembered that. Something I remembered. Anyway, next you jump 15 years in the future with Iron Man. This film takes place in 2010, so Tony Stark is this egotistical billionaire guy, and he's not very nice. Well, alright, he fights for the good of America, but, he just doesn't do it well. He does it for the money, the rich, whatever. And, he basically, like everyone else, like Captain Marvel, goes on a journey of self-discovery to become a superhero, because Captain Marvel was already a superhero, but this guy becomes a superhero after getting kidnapped by some terrorists and meeting this nice guy who ends up dying. Now he feels bad, so he shuts down weapon manufacturing for his company, and then his dad's old friend Obadiah Stane is a jerk, and he tries to kill him twice, and he turns into a psychopath and basically tries to murder everybody, and he fails and gets zapped by some sort of arc reactor. And he gets destroyed or something. Honestly, I can't remember this either. The ending for this one is kind of forgettable, you know. And then watch the post-credit scene, which we see Nick Fury again. So, yeah, blah blah blah. The Avenger Initiative starts. After this, you watch Iron Man 2, which is almost the exact same. The villain is almost the exact same as Obadiah Stane. It's just a guy jealous of Stark who takes his technology. Except this guy actually made the technology, so I guess he's kind of cooler. And yeah, this film's kind of underrated actually. I don't mind it that much, but yeah, and also, you know, disease is trying to. He has arc reactor disease, and he tries to cure it, and you know, we meet Black Widow, and we meet Don Cheadle's Rhodey, not the other guys. What's his name? I can't remember. And yeah, we have Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke, it says there, playing Whiplash, who is forgettable as heck. And then there's also Sam Rockwell, who plays Justin Hammer, who I actually like more than Whiplash for some reason. You don't really have to watch this film's post-credit scene because, you know, yeah. Here's the Incredible Hulk next. This forgotten film completely. You know, this guy is on the run because he turns into a monster, and he gets found a few years later, and all that stuff. And you know, he has to fight, tries to cure himself. Basically, the same thing as Iron Man 1 and 2. The villain goes insane and tries to murder a bunch of people with the exact same powers as the hero, and the hero has to stop him. But unlike Iron Man, he for some reason didn't kill the villain. It's one of those films that doesn't kill off the villain. Yeah. Most films do kill off their villains. Yeah, this one's kind of forgettable as well, actually. Probably the most forgettable one. I can't remember much. And also, you know, Edward Norton's not Hulk anymore. Who cares? And then you watch A Funny Thing Happen on the Way to Thor's Hammer, which is Phil Coulson stopping a robbery. Where can you find this one? I think it's on the Blu-ray for Thor. Or, yes, I think it's the special features for the first Thor movie. I think it is. It's either Thor or Iron Man 2. It's one of them. I think it's Iron Man 2. Or Thor. It's one of them. Just check one of them and you'll find it. It's either Iron Man 2 or Thor. I think it's Iron Man 2, actually. It doesn't matter, actually. I'm lost. So next you watch the first Thor movie where this... Oh wow, he's basically just like Tony Stark. This egotistical guy is about to get everything. But instead, unlike Tony Stark, who got it taken from him for a few months, he got it taken... He took it from himself, kind of, because he's a reckless... I can't remember what Odin says. He's a vain, foolish, greedy thing. I don't know. He meets Jane Foster, who he falls in love with, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's boring Mexico stuff. I actually think the Mexico stuff is kind of fun. You know, he tries to get Mjolnir. He's not worthy. Loki tries to murder him with the Destroyer. Thor gets his powers back because Odin cried. I don't really know. I don't know, Loki, like, he betrayed the Asgardians and then he betrayed the Ice Giants. Basically, he's a very untrustworthy character. And, you know, a lot of stuff happens. Loki is presumed dead by everybody just because he fell into a portal. You know, just because of that, he ends up dying. Yeah, you know, he apparently gets saved by Thanos. Oh yeah, then watch the Incredible Hulk's post-credit scene, or not. I mean, it is in the Consultant one-shot, which... Actually, no, this one came with Thor, I think. This one came with Thor. Oh, whatever. So, yeah, the Consultant, they're basically Jasper Sitwell and Phil Coulson chatting it up. You know, basically the government want to put Emil Blonsky, who is Abomination, in the Avengers because they're pinning the whole final battle on the Hulk for some reason because the government are a bunch of idiots. So these two don't want that to happen because, you know, Blonsky is a murderous psychopath. And, well, they sent Tony Stark in, who is the consultant, to not let Blonsky out of Ross's stuff. Basically, he irritates Secretary Ross. This one is found in Thor's thing, I think. So, the consultant. This one's only 4 minutes long, so not that long. Anyway, on to the next one, which obviously after all that, watch Thor's post-credit scene as well. I forgot to add that. Sorry. Watch The Avengers. That's right, the team-up movie, the big team-up movie of all 6 Avengers who have actually all been introduced. The plot for this one is about this villain with a sharp thing. That's literally the weapon. He murders some people and takes a MacGuffin box or a MacGuffin cube thing, and, you know, he uses it to do stuff and brings a CGI army with him, and these 6 heroes have to stop it and save a city. I just explained the plot for this film, sort of, and also the plot for Justice League, or Justice League as it's called now. It's weird, but yes, this is cool, and as you can see, they're all there. For some reason, Hulk doesn't have a head, but who cares? So next up, once you're done with the Avengers, you're not done with it. You watch the 2 post-credit scenes. I've just watched the entire film, basically. And yes, all right. And then you watch this one, which Spider-Man: Homecoming's second after-credit scene, with Captain America. Because I mean, look at his suit. It's the suit he wore in the Avengers. So it's obviously. This was obviously a shot a few weeks or months after the first Avengers, because it's by the Winter Soldier. I mean, he's changed it, which only takes place a year after the Avengers. Oh yeah, I forgot saying the years. Yes, this takes place in 2012. The last 3 films took place in 2011. So yeah, this is all 2012, 2012. Oh yes, this is where some kind of weapon, Chitauri weapon, gets into the wrong hands, and Jasper Sitwell has to track it down or something. I can't remember this one because I haven't watched it in a long time, but I think that's the basic plot of it. And it also introduces this can't remember his name. He's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, actually, I think. Then watch Iron Man 3, which happens in December of 2012 because Christmas, and it's kind of a Christmas movie, kind of. You know, this terrorist, the Mandarin, comes out of nowhere, and Tony Stark needs to try and kill him. Well, okay, he doesn't need to try. It's just because his old driver got injured while doing something, and then he got angry at the Mandarin, and, you know, basically it's a quest. It's a quest, and, you know, a hero finding his true purpose, which is that he is Iron Man, and it would all get ruined less than 2 years later with Age of Ultron, because that's what they do. Then just watch the post-credit scene, because it's a post-credit scene. And then you start Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Episode 1 through 7. So, you know, this is just, you know, getting to know these characters. So there's Coulson back to life, you know. There's this Sky character, and then there's these rest. I can't remember any of their names. I think the big guy on the right is called Ward, I think. And then there's Melinda May next to Coulson. I can't remember the other 2 characters. They're not important. There's the episodes of Pilot 084, The Asset, I Spy, Girl in the Flower Dress, FZT, or is it FZZT? FZT. Whatever. And The Hub. So yeah, they're basically on a war against this. Honestly, I don't even know what they're up against, if I'm being honest. It's just stuff they're up against, I guess. They do some S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff, and this show does get better as it goes along. You know, it definitely does get better. Like these first few episodes aren't great, but It will get better eventually. Next up is All Hail the King one shot, which basically shows Trevor Slattery's time in prison, and also, nods to the real Mandarin, which is cool. This can be found on Thor the Dark Worlds thing. And speaking of Thor the Dark World, that's what you watch next, which is probably another forgettable movie. It's not horrible, but it's not great. Just definitely compared to anything, to be honest. Whatever, the Dark Elves attack for the Ether, we get introduced to Infinity Stones, which is cool, but we don't actually get introduced to them until not this post-credit scene, which also leads into Guardians of the Galaxy quite well. Galaxy. So, you could check it out if you want. And, then carry on with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Episode 8 through 16. The episodes are The Well, Repairs, The Bridge, The Magical Place, Seeds, Tracks, Tahiti, Yes Men, End of the Beginning. So you get introduced to the main villain of the season, John Garrett, in the episode Tahiti. So, that's cool. And, there's a lot of stuff. You find out how Agent Coulson was brought back to life and all that stuff, It's cool. Oh yeah, did I mention that the episode A084 has a cameo from Nick Fury? Because that's pretty awesome. And there's some character development in there, and stuff happens, and yeah, character development as well. Yeah. And then you watch the best movie, second best actually, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That's right, The Winter Soldier. So, when Captain America finds out that Hydra has been a parasite growing inside S.H.I.E.L.D, or literally S.H.I.E.L.D has been Hydra, he and Black Widow act, and they try to destroy Hydra along with the help of Falcon and Maria Hill and Nick Fury, who everyone thinks is dead. And it is pretty awesome. Okay, not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome. Great movie. Just wow. Wow. I mean, especially after Thor the Dark World. I mean, this is some pretty epic stuff. Then you watch the season 1 episode 17 film episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, Turn, which ties in very nicely to the Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I think it happens probably while Cap is planning how to attack the helicarriers and blah blah. That's when it's happening, so yeah, it's cool. And then watch the post-credit scenes, which show the twins, Scarlet Witch, a very important character, and Quicksilver, who nobody cares about. And then it shows Bucky learning his past. Or I don't know if he learned his past here, but Then obviously finish off season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with the episodes Providence, The Only Light in the Darkness, Nothing Personal, Ragtag, and Beginning of the End. That is the end of season 1. Oh yeah, and also this big guy, Ward, he portrays everyone. He's Hydra! Whoa, it's crazy! Ah! He's a villain! Yeah. And then watch Guardians of the Galaxy, which shows a ragtag team of guys, a guy, a green woman, I don't really know, a red guy, a guy with red tattoos, a tree, and a raccoon fight a blue Kree guy. And we were kind of introduced to Kree in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, which is cool. And then that ties into this, which is really awesome. So yeah, and then you watch this film's post-credit scene, so just the entire thing. Then you start season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, so episodes 1 through 10, which shows stuff, It also shows the beginning of Inhumans, which was actually supposed to become a film until it wasn't. So then, so the episodes are Shadows, Heavy is the Head, Making Friends and Influencing People, Face My Enemy, Hen in the Wolf House, The Fractured House, The Writing on the Wall, The Things We Bury, Ye Who Enter Here, and What They Become. So, yeah, it's cool. And lots of stuff happens. The Sky, it becomes an Inhuman at the end of the 10th one. And yeah. And then watch Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy. This one's unnecessary, to be honest. It's just filler. But you can watch it. It's cool. Peter Quill finds his dad and then murders him like a day after meeting him. So stuff, and then watch the post-credit scenes quickly. There are so many post-credit scenes in this film that I just put this one in because, yeah. But watch all. Then carry on with season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episodes 11 through 19. The episodes are Aftershocks, Who You Really Are, One of Us, Loving the Time of Hydra, One Door Closes, Afterlife, Melinda, Enemy of My Frenemy, and The Dirty Half Dozen. The episode Melinda actually happens before the first Iron Man, about 2 years before, so that's cool. By the way, Captain America the Winter Soldier takes place in late 2013, so yeah. This is 2014, so just saying, just to clear things up. Then watch Avengers Age of Ultron, as the Dirty Half Dozen ties into this quite well, and stuff happens. Tony Stark creates an AI after being paranoid, so that happens, and then lots of people die, unfortunately, and they just go on a goose chase to find Ultron. That's all they try to do. Ultron must be found at all costs. So that's literally it. And then Captain America's here. They're all here, they're all missioned. Yeah, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver introduced. One of them dies, and then Vision, and then we get the full, Infinity Stones, and they show you all the Infinity Stones that you have seen, and Thor's vision also shows, what will happen in Ragnarok and Infinity War, foreshadows events, which is cool. So yeah, it's cool. And then finish off season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Scars and SOS parts 1 and 2. Season 2 Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. done. Then watch this web series called WHIH Newsfront with Christine Everhart. If you don't know, Christine Everhart is the woman from the first Iron Man, who at the beginning of the first Iron Man, Tony loses a night with her, shall we say. Basically, she reports on Scott Lang and the Vista job that is said, that is mentioned quite a few times in the movie Ant-Man, which you should watch. A cat burglar gets out of prison and steals a shrinking suit and becomes a superhero and tries to steal a suit from this evil guy who just goes crazy too quickly. I mean, honestly, mentally deranged person. It's funny. The most mentally deranged villains are literally the villains who have the exact same powers as the hero. I mean, honestly, Obadiah Stane was mentally deranged. Anton Vanko was mentally deranged. Abomination was mentally deranged. This Darren Cross guy is mentally deranged. Most villains are deranged, actually. So, it's just Ant-Man, really. And then watch its post-credit scene. Don't watch the second post-credit scene because it's literally just a scene from Captain America Civil War. But that's not what you've got to watch. You watch season 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episodes 1 through 19. Yeah. So you watch Laws of Nature, Purpose of the Machine, A Wanted Inhuman, Devils You Know, 4,722 Hours, Among Us Hide, Chaos Theory, Many Heads One Tail, Closure, and Mavith. And in Mavith, this ward guy next to Coulson there, with the beard, he dies. He gets killed. It's actually kind of sad. He was a cool character. I liked him. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then there's also Bouncing Back, The Inside Man, Parting Shot, which sees these two characters get gone and away, I guess. Watch Dogs, Space Time, Paradise Lost, The Team, The Singularity, and Failed Experiments. And stop there. Take a breather from this show. And then watch the second season of WHIH Newsfront. It's a special report this time because it's reporting on the Lagos mission from Captain America Civil War. Yeah, and then that's obviously a great lead into Captain America Civil War, which you watch, obviously, when a mission goes south. The Sokovia Accords are started, which Iron Man fully supports because he's guilty of creating Ultron and because this woman made him feel guilty in a hallway. And Captain America is against it because, it's run by people with agendas and agendas change and stuff. It's a pretty good line, actually, I'm not going to lie. But, there are two teams. There's Team Cap and Team Iron Man. If you're talking about Iron Man and Cap won, but if you're talking about the teams, then Team Iron Man did win because most of Team Cap ended up getting arrested by the end, even though they were broken out. So So yeah, we also get introduced to cool characters like Black Panther, Spider-Man, you know, Bucky's back, as is Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Vision's back. Get a bit more Iron Man and Hawkeye, who is just there looking at something, and then yeah, choose your team. Or it says there, ooze your team. Ooze your team, mate. Should not have said that. And then watch the post-credit scene, which leads into Black Panther nicely, and then watch this one, which leads into Homecoming. But before you watch those two movies, finish off season 3 with Emancipation, Absolution, and Ascension, which the Hive guy dies, this guy dies, stuff happens, and yeah, it's finished season 3. And there are 4 more seasons to go. Yay! Then watch Black Panther, which is cool. You know, the king, he becomes king after his dad died, and then this guy comes and tries to kill him, almost succeeds, but then these two don't give up and bring him back to life, and then he kills him. I mean, that's a very bad description of the film, but it is a description of the film, so yeah, it's pretty good. It was actually probably my favourite film when it came out. Don't really think that highly of it anymore. Anyway, then you watch the post-credit scene, the first post-credit scene. Don't watch the second post-credit scene yet. Then watch Spider-Man Homecoming, which is cool as well, you know, nice movie. Just shows you Peter Parker's life. Nothing too significant happens in this one, but then again, nothing too significant happens in most superhero movies. I feel like most solo movies. The most significant is probably Civil War. Or The Winter Soldier, and even those two films aren't very significant. Or no, The Winter Soldier isn't significant, but Civil War is. So it's just a solo movie. Then watch the post-credit scene for this one, and yeah, this is all 2016, by the way. So yes. Then watch Doctor Strange, which takes place around 2016 to 17. So you know, late 2016, maybe early 2017, late 2017, yeah. And then watch this post-credit scene, which shows Mordo go evil. So yeah, this damaged neurosurgeon goes to the Ancient One for magic training and basically joins a cult to stop Dormammu from killing everybody. Gosh, that's basically every villain's plan these days. Kill everybody, except for Thanos, because Thanos only wanted to kill half of everybody. And yeah, so then this guy turns evil because the Ancient One was a lying little... Don't know what that noise was. And after this, watch Slingshot, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Slingshot. If you haven't heard of it, it is a online mini-series. It's a six-part series on YouTube, actually. You can go watch this on the ABC YouTube channel for free, so it's cool. If you haven't watched it, you definitely should. The episodes are Vendetta, John Hancock, Progress, Reunion, Dealbreaker, and Justicia. So you should definitely check this out. Basically following Elena Rodriguez, or Yo-Yo, as people call her. It's a nickname, weird nickname to be honest. She signs a Sokovia Accord, so tying into Captain America Civil War. And, you know, does stuff, goes on a mission and sees this Daisy character. Yeah, she's called Daisy now, not Sky. I can't remember why. I think it's because she found out when she met her dad. So, yeah. I mean, all these characters are here, but they literally don't do anything except for her. Or maybe her to an extent, so... Slingshot, so... And once you're done with Slingshot, start my personal favourite season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, with the Ghost Rider story, with the episodes The Ghost, Meet the New Boss, Uprising, Let Me Stand Next to Your Fire, Lock Up, The Good Samaritan, Deals with Our Devils, and The Laws of Inferno Dynamics. So cool, you know, they meet Ghost Rider, and it's pretty violent actually, not gonna lie. So stuff happens, then you carry on with season 4 with the LMD saga, where, you know, robots replace people. It's kind of creepy actually. So, Broken Promises, The Patriot, Wake Up, Hot Potato Soup, Don't Ask, Boom, The Man Behind the Shield, and Self-Control, which is, yeah. And then we go on to my personal favourite story in the entire show, The Agents of Hydra, which is just awesome. It's really cool. So, it's What If, Identity and Change, No Regrets, All the Madam's Men, and Farewell Cruel World. They're basically in this framework and they need to get out. And yeah, all these guys here have their memories wiped, so it's kind of creepy and sad, and stuff happens. Then end it off with the return and world's end. So yeah, it's not actually the end of the world. It's kind of like basic, and it's just a thing really. And yeah, so just season 4, cool season, and yeah. Next up is season 5 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So literally after season 4, season 5. That's it. So yeah, so until done with season 4. So basically the agents get transported to space in the future and they have to try and stop it. The episodes are Orientation Part 1 and 2, A Life Spent, A Life Earned, Rewind, Fun and Games, Together or Not at All, The Last Day, Best Laid Plans, and Past Life. So this is a space saga. The space saga, that sounds perfect. And then 11 through 18, which are All the Comforts of Home, The Real Deal, Principia, The Devil Complex, Rise and Shine, Inside Voices, The Honeymoon, and All Roads Lead. So this is just a bunch of them versus, I don't really know, this little kid or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Some fun stuff happens. And we learn that Coulson is going to be dead by the end of the series. It's pretty sad, actually. And then obviously watch Black Panther's second post-credit scene showing the White Wolf / Bucky Barnes come out of his stasis or whatever, just in time for Infinity War. But we're not going to go to Infinity War at the moment. Let's go to Ant-Man and the Wasp, where they need to save the Wasp's mum, and they do by the end of it. So that's literally just all you need to know. They save Janet Van Dyne from the quantum realm, and yeah, it's cool. We meet some new characters like Ghost and stuff, and this person does stuff. The other guy, he does stuff as well. He turns big, and yes, the post-credit scenes are definitely the better part of it. Then watch Age of Ultron's post-credit scene, which shows Thanos acquiring the Infinity Gauntlet, and yeah, it's cool. He's gonna do it himself now. I mean, he only asked 2 guys to get him the Infinity Stones, and though they did both fail, you could have asked a few more guys. I mean, it's almost like Ultron was working for him, even though I don't even think Ultron knew he existed. Maybe he did, I don't know. It's best not that I don't think into it. Then you watch Option 2, The One Who Will Save Us All, The Force of Gravity, and The End. So the last few episodes of Season 5, which also... they also tie into Infinity War by mentioning Thanos, which is awesome, in this one, The One Who Will Save Us All. And, yeah, Coulson dies a bit after this episode, which is misleading because there are 2 whole seasons left, but whatever, who cares. Option 2, there's a lot of stuff happening in this, and it's actually kind of sad. And this Fitz guy, I think his name is actually, yes, Fitz is his name. He dies, which is kind of sad, but he comes back in the next one. Donos Cow. Can't remember her name. What is her name? It's something I can't remember. I'll figure it out probably by the end of this thing, or I'll just search it up. Let's carry on. So once all this is done, watch Thor Ragnarok, which, is just a little fun, something to, watch before the darkness of the next one, and, just enjoy yourself, and, enjoy Loki while you still can. Oh wait, he's getting his own Disney Plus show. You'll be able to enjoy him as, like, 6 whole hours of fun entertainment in a few months, in about a year probably. But, yeah, this is fun. We see Hulk and Thor again. It's cool. Surtur, Asgard's destroyed, so some consequences, which is cool. And yes, then watch the post-credit scene. This one where it shows the revolution has ended, and he's back in charge of Sakaar, I guess, the Grandmaster, which is cool. And then you watch this one, which ties perfectly into Infinity War, as you can see. That's Sanctuary, and that's Statesman. And Sanctuary is way bigger than Statesman. Sanctuary is Thanos' ship, by the way. Sanctuary is the name. And Statesman is this Asgardian ship, so just so you know. Then you do it. You watch Infinity War. You do it. This is not great phrasing. But yeah, you watch Infinity War, so the culmination of everything, except for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter. So, not that, but who cares? Am I right? I mean, yeah, so the Mad Titan finally gets off his chair and goes and tries to find the Infinity Stones, and the Avengers need to stop him. In the end, he finds all of them by murdering Loki, Heimdall, Vision, and Gamora, and, becomes a sympathetic villain while doing it, and in the end, he wipes out half the universe, leading many people to cry over Spider-Man and, just bawl their eyes out. I remember there was this one person sitting very close to me when I went to go watch this a few years ago in cinemas, and they were bawling their eyes out when Spider-Man died. They were just like, oh! They were crying very heavily. It's like, no, not Spider-Man. Even though, it would all be reversed like 1 year later. So, yeah. Lots of people bawled their eyes out. I saw some people walking out of the cinema with tissues, like not tissues, but wiping their faces. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Not. Then watch the post-credit scene. So, Captain Marvel. We see, oh my god, we're gonna get Captain Marvel back! Yay! And then watch the post-credit scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and the other one with just the 2 post-credit scenes. I forgot to add that one. So. Yeah, and yeah, obviously some more people get snapped away. There's Hope gets snapped away, and Hank and stuff. And then watch Captain Marvel's first post-credit scene, which shows her meeting with the Avengers. So yes, and once you have done all this, will you get to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 6? Yep, all of season 6. Don't skip it. You watch Missing Pieces, Window of Opportunity, Fear and Loathing on the Planet of Kitson, Code Yellow, The Other Thing, Inescapable, Told Ya, Collision Course Parts 1 and 2, Leap from the Ashes, The Sign, and New Life. That's it. 13 episodes this time round. So, Coulson did die, some alien version of him. So, yeah, just bear with me here. Fitz is back because obviously he was, I don't know, the timeline's weird. I think he was trapped in space or something like that. Basically, you know how he froze himself in season 5, one of the episodes, I think it was the 5th one, he froze himself, and I think, these two, so Daisy and this one, who I still can't remember her name, went on a mission to get him, find his cryotube where he was frozen, going to the future. So, yeah, this guy's somehow still alive. I think it's because, these two are still alive. They're actually his grandparents, which is weird, isn't it? So, yeah, everyone lives. So, yeah, this is some alien entity who took Coulson's face, by the way. So, it's kind of like a, whatever. And now, watch the final season. Here's the thing. I remember watching the end of this, and they ended up in 1931. So, I feel like this season, the final season, takes place probably a bit after. I haven't actually watched season 7 yet, because it hasn't aired in the UK, and it's not going to air, so I think I just have to wait until it comes onto Amazon Prime here, or something, but, yeah, so you watch The New Deal, Know Your Onions, Alien Commies from the Future, Out of the Past, A Trout in the Milk, Adapt or Die, The Totally Excellent Adventures of Mac, and the D, Before, After, As I Have Always Been, Stolen, Brand New Day, The End Is at Hand, and What We're Fighting For, and that is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. done with. I think this takes place right after. I haven't actually watched any of it, so trying not to get it spoiled for myself. So staying off social media, yeah. But I think it takes place after. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that from the trailers it does take place entirely in the past. And Daniel Sousa, I think his name is, from Agent Carter, is in this, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and I cannot wait to watch this. It's the only thing in this video that I haven't watched yet. So, and this is just me guessing where it is, and probably by the next time I make a video like this, I will know because I've seen it. And then, after all that, you can finally watch Endgame. Yes, you can end the game by watching Endgame. Yeah, just that. And yeah, as you can see, Avengers Endgame, you get a nice conclusion for the stories of Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, Natasha Romanoff, conclusion to Thanos, the Infinity Saga, everything. Heck, even Hawkeye gets a great ending. Hulk doesn't, neither does Thor. They still have adventures to go on, but these four here, they're done. I don't think anyone else in this film is done. I think they're all still going to be around to do stuff. But Thor and Hulk still have stories, especially Thor. And yeah, this is by far my favorite MCU film. You know, I love it. It's awesome. It's so cool. And the final battle is everything you could have wanted. I kind of wish they could have shown the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. here, because that would have been so awesome. Am I right? But, yes. And you're not done, unfortunately. You still have to watch Far From Home, which is a great movie, you know, enjoyable. You know, Mysterio is an awesome villain. I personally really love Mysterio. He's so cool. He's actually my favourite MCU villain from 2019, because 2014 Thanos does not count. He sucks. 2014 Thanos, he's the main villain. He sucks. He's just horrible. So this guy is probably my favourite villain from 2019, because he was cool. And yeah, this film is cool. It's fun. And Nick Fury's back. Technically, it was a Skrull. So yeah, what this post-credit scene where his identity is revealed. I mean, crazy. And this one where he was a Skrull, and yeah, honestly, I think that he has been a Skrull since the Winter Soldier. Personally, I don't know, but I think. Okay, so yeah, before we round things out, let me just show you. So here is everything in order. So just so you guys can see, maybe I don't know, take a screenshot of it, and just take a screenshot if you have to. And yeah, everything's here. Everything is here. Everything is here. As you can see, just enjoy it. Yeah, I'll just leave that on the screen. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I shall hopefully see you next time. Thank you for getting Avengers Return of Ultron to over 250 views. That's my most viewed video, which is awesome. And hopefully I will get 3,000 views eventually. And if I do, let me say thank you in advance. If I do, okay. If I don't, then I'm not saying thank you. But if I do, then thank you right now, because I don't know if I'm gonna make another video. I probably am gonna make another video at some point, obviously. So thanks for watching, and I shall hopefully see you next time. Bye. I'll just leave this on for a few seconds, just let it soak in. The end. For now. Quickly, once Phase 4 is over, I will be continuing this series. Just saying. So once Doctor Strange 2 is out. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.